Welcome to our presentation on creating an ESOP and the practical steps to implement employee ownership. In this talk, we'll outline why companies pursue ESOPs, the planning and legal milestones, how funding and valuation are handled, and the communication needed to make ownership meaningful for employees, so the transition becomes a sustainable and shared success. This slide condenses 5-year cash flow projections alongside the independent valuation process. The projections show positive cash flow and sustainable growth, supporting annual contribution funding and confirming affordability, while an independent appraiser analyzes assets and earnings to set a defensible fair market price before you communicate share value to employees. When funding an ESOP, you can choose a leveraged route where the trust borrows to buy shares immediately, or a non-leveraged route funded by annual profit contributions. Leveraged deals can provide larger upfront share purchases and immediate tax benefits but introduce debt and potential dilution, while non-leveraged plans avoid initial debt, spread deductions, and support steadier, long-term employer upside. Drafting the ESOP plan and trust requires careful legal and tax work. Attorneys define eligibility, vesting, allocation formulas, voting rights and distributions, then file with the IRS for a determination letter to lock in tax qualification. Engaging counsel early ensures the documents match your strategy, reduce compliance risk, and provide clear rules for participants. Securing funding typically combines seller notes or bank loans with the ESOP trust as borrower, while company contributions tax-deductible repay debt over time. As the debt is repaid, the trust allocates shares to employee accounts annually, linking the repayment and allocation cycle directly to retirement savings and potential share value growth for participants. Share allocation places shares into individual accounts using a payroll or equalized formula, and those shares follow a graded vesting schedule, often 3 to 6 years, which rewards tenure and protects against early departures. Administration and tracking are handled by a third-party administrator to ensure accurate records, compliance, and transparent participant statements. Translating ownership into value depends on clear communication and learning. Use two-way town halls to address questions, interactive dashboards to show how daily decisions influence company valuation, and micro-learning modules to build financial literacy so employees understand ESOP mechanics and can convert share balances into long-term personal wealth. Maintaining ESOP integrity requires annual valuation and compliance steps. Engage an independent appraiser to determine fair market value. Obtain trustee certification. Complete regulatory filings and non-discrimination testing, and distribute updated participant statements. Ongoing adherence to ERISA and IRS rules preserves tax-advantaged status and keeps the plan defensible over time. Phase 1 focuses on initial feasibility and planning. Assemble an internal feasibility team. Select outside counsel and a trustee. Schedule an initial valuation to determine company value and communicate the timeline to staff to set expectations. With those elements in place, the ownership transition begins at the first committed meeting, and the project moves into execution.